After a summer of fun in the sun, many of our favorite houseplants may be ready for something bigger, better, maybe a bigger pot.
Proper potting is key to a healthy plant, and Garden Guy Dale Kay is here with tips and advice to repotting. Good morning, Dale.
Good morning. It's so good to be here. We're talking about really kind of two things this morning, kind of repotting and then up potting. So up potting is when you actually go a size bigger. Maybe you want to promote more growth, taller plants, something like that. We call that up potting, where you actually take a size bigger. Then there's also just repotting, which is kind of a refreshing of the soil, maybe a little bit of fertilizer, and that kind of promotes growth as well. But you're kind of keeping it contained in the same kind of pot. And if there is, I guess, many different reasons why you would want to pot or upsize or repot. Maybe it's just your plant's just in a grower pot like this. The grower pot's a little bit ugly. Maybe it's a little bit overgrown. Now, this is just a wild bush. Check this thing out. It's just growing everywhere.
What's in the middle there?
And it's kind of almost, it's a little pole that's climbing up on. And if you can see that, it's almost just run out of soil. It's becoming quite root bound. It's starting to show signs of that. So this is the one that we're going to work on. This is the guy that we're going to work on a little bit this morning.
What's another sign if you can't pull it out of the pot to see that? Like if you just can tell the leaves are looking sad.
Actually, there's just some yellow leaves over here.
Sure.
It's becoming really hard to water because there's really not a lot of soil there. It dries out super quick, so that's what I'm starting to see, is just some signs of it just actually needs, and it's just so lopsided and heavy.
Space.
It needs a trim. It's so wild. So maybe we'll start, it's a wild bush. Maybe we'll just start right there and give it a haircut. You know, it seems, for me, it's about like every 3 weeks, my sideburns start going crazy. I turn into like a werewolf overnight. And this thing here, it's almost the same. It's crazy. You're looking at my side.
I am kind of looking now.
It's looking pretty good, a little bit. Yeah, a little
taller.
So it's good to do that. I was telling Dale about my aloe plant, which I haven't watered in I don't know, years. But it's in the bathroom where there's steam and it's survived. It doesn't look
against
pretty,
against all your work, it's surviving.
There's no sunlight in your bathroom, right?
No. Well, there's a glass block window, so there's kind of something, but not much.
So while we're talking about Alex's bathroom, we should also talk about pots and potting soil as well, because not all potting soil is created the same. So make sure you buy your potting soil at a good local garden shop. And there is different types of potting soils. There's orchid potting soils, there's succulent potting soils.
Wow.
For a general purpose, I'm just going to use the general natural organic potting soil. It's got lots of perlite in it. It actually allows your plants to breathe, because just like us, plants need to breathe as well. And if the soil is too heavy, they kind of drown out a little bit. The water doesn't drain, everything kind of bogs down. So, and then as far as pots go, you got to make sure they have a hole in the bottom, a little saucer. There's a self-watering pot there that has like a little port at the bottom. You can see that little port at the bottom, so you can just kind of self-water. And then I like terracotta.
Wait, what do you mean self-water?
Right here.
So it has a false bottom in it, and you're actually watering through this little port at the bottom.
I have one of these. I never knew what it did.
The plant takes up the water.
There's the little, that's where you water. And then,
Thank you.
But fundamentally, you want to make sure that it has it has a hole in the bottom. Okay, from there, we're going to upsize. So the rule of thumb is one size bigger than the original pot. You don't want to go too big, because the plant just tends to drown out in all that new potting soil, and it just takes a long time, particularly indoors. It just takes a long time for the plant to acclimate into the new soil. So one pot size bigger, that's key. And then also watering just the night before. So Alex, if you're going to do your aloe, don't forget to water it the night before, and then that way
you're going to take a shower.
that way it'll be ready for repotting. And this one here actually needs, we'll just give it a quick drink, because we'll repot this one tomorrow. Oh, there you go, darling. There we go. Okay.
Do you talk to your plants like that?
Oh yes, it's amazing how much better they grow. See, like fake plants. Hang on.
Okay, like that one. So yeah, I've been watering that one. And
wait,
look at how
that's not fake. That's real, Dale.
Yeah, no, see, fake plants like this, no worries at all. They'll be just fine.
Everybody at home is so shocked. But that's a fake plant.
Alex, you can stop talking to it now. I see you every day after the show.
Just over there having conversations.
If you talk to your plants, you feel better, they feel better. It's just amazing how that works. I don't really understand it, but it really does work. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay, a little bit of potting soil in the bottom.
Good advice.
Nothing else goes in. If you're using good quality potting soil, nothing else really needs to go into that pot. You don't need stones, sponge, any other kind of tails that you've heard. That's not necessary. And then this is root bound. I'm going to pop that tag out. I'm just going to loosen the roots a little bit. give them a little tease. It's kind of like a back rub.
And that's about how much soil you got in there, just for people.
Yeah, I might
at
just,
home.
yeah, it might need a little more.
So about halfway up.
You want the plant to sit about an inch below the surface. So
Okay.
I've just readjusted that. I got to pull off. Oh,
And
it won't hurt
why
taking
is
it
that
off.
important for it to be below?
Because if you bury it too much, it'll kind of drown. The water will just start to sit around the roots. If anything, it's good if water just kind of drains a little bit. So, and actually, potting soil will settle a little bit. So, get rid of. Oh, I'm going to keep this. I'm going to repurpose it.
Here, put it on this plant.
Don't worry.
Here, we'll just tape it on there.
I don't know if that's
Just,
gonna.
Yeah, now we
know,
can
it's
see a
too
little bit
close.
better. And then I'm just going to take my rest of my potting soil and just go around the pot. And if you had a trowel at home, that would work. I forgot my trowel, but it doesn't matter because I like to get my hands dirty, like a little.
It's shaped like a spade, you know.
Yeah, like a
Okay.
little
like a-
hand
it's kind
trowel,
of a triangle
little hand
thing.
shovel.
Sure.
It's a little hand
A
shovel.
little shovel. I got it. Okay.
And then I just want to really
It's like
kind
another
of
language to me, speaking garden.
poke that soil
trying.
down. I've been told to wrap, so time's really running short.
It is.
And
This plant
there
isn't
we
gonna
go.
Plant itself, Dale.
Give that a good drink. Well, stand up straight. But it's actually not, it's actually a lot straighter than what it was.
looks good.
Give it a really good drink so water pours out the bottom. And then a little bit of liquid fertilizer. I didn't put any fertilizer with the soil, just a little bit of fertilizer at half rate. That one you've got there, I always do half rate. And then that way, she'll be Bob's your uncle for winter.
Bob's okay.
And then this
don't
is,
know.
That's Australian speak.
I'm
So
gonna put
maybe
this
if you
back.
sound like, if you have an Australian accent, our plants will grow better.
I think Dale needs to come sweet talk all of our plants, is what I think
Yeah.
we've learned today.
these
right.
are going to be neat little darlings too. They'll be neat little babies. I'm so excited.
Okay, you go tend to your babies. Okay, thanks for joining us.
Hey, we're going to post this segment on our Facebook page. Just search for Fox 9.